everyone, it's Christy from Green Eyed Tarot, and I decided to come on today and do a little impromptu unboxing. I just got home from work a little while ago and I had some happy mail waiting for me when I got home, and I thought it would be fun to just do an unboxing and a first impressions of this deck that just got delivered. I'm super excited about it, and I'm pretty excited to share it with you too. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and we're going to unbox this new deck I just got. Okay, so here it is. This is a brand new deck that just got delivered today. I'm super excited about this. I connected with this deck before I even had the deck in my hand. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody, but I sort of immediately knew I wanted this as soon as I saw it. So, oh, there's the stickers. This will probably give it away. So this is the Black Violet Tarot, but this is the Cherry Blossom edition. So, the original version of this was very limited color palette. So it was it's just black and kind of like an off-white. But this edition adds this pop of this pale pink. It's really hard to see. It's not showing up the way it is in person, but it's not so much cherry blossom as it is just sort of like a pale nude pink. But I just love the way it looks. And like I said, I don't mind limited color palette decks at all. They're not my favorite, but if it's a deck I really like, then I'm definitely willing to get it and use it. But for the most part, I like color in my decks. But this deck, something about this Cherry Blossom edition, I was like, yes. I sort of had held off on purchasing it and backing it on Kickstarter and in the original version, but this version, definitely, I was definitely here for it. By Heidi Phelps, the Black Violet Tarot, like I said, and it is called the Cherry Blossom edition. So I'm super excited about this. Like I said, I just sort of, from the first time I saw it, I really connected with the art, but there was something about the other deck that was stopping me from getting it. But this one with the Cherry Blossom, I don't know. I don't even like pink, so I'm not even sure what it was, but I just sort of fell in love with it. And obviously the images are the most important thing. So obviously this is what the box looks like. So it's hard 2-piece box. So the Black Violet Tarot, a deck for artists and dreamers. Throughout history and folklore, violets have represented life and fertility, death and remembrance, a striking contrast of joy versus grief, beginning versus end, and future versus memory. Created by Heidi Phelps as she became a mother while losing her own mother to cancer, the original Black Violet Tarot was illustrated entirely in black and white to reflect the idea of bittersweet dualities. The Cherry Blossom edition of the Black Violet Tarot adds in joyful pops of blush pink inspired by cherry blossoms and symbolizing hope and rebirth. 78 cards with a woman-led take on Rider-Waite-Smith, this deck is for anyone who wants to reflect on any aspect of life, joyful or painful, meaningful or mundane, to tap into their creativity and artistic voice. So I just love that. The whole story about the creator becoming a mother while losing her own mother to cancer, just inspiring the creation of this tarot deck. It's such a beautiful thing. But again, like I said, the addition of the cherry blossoms color, when I read that and that sort of symbolizing that joy, just that thinking that, there can be joy after great sorrow. It really resonated with me. So I just was really excited about this edition with the addition of the cherry blossom color. So here's the little white book. So pretty standard little white book. It doesn't look like it has card images, which is totally fine. But it does have a little bit about a description of like the card, and about probably, let's see, about a little bit about the choice of artwork, and then you have a reverse meaning too. So just enough. It is Rider-Waite-Smith based, so you know, anyone who studies Rider-Waite, I'm sure, and works with that, you know, system, I'm sure will be able to, you know, to easily use this deck. But honestly, it's the artwork. It's something about it is so, from what I've seen, is so like melancholy, but in like a really beautiful way. I don't know how to describe that. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the inside of the box. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this side by side. It's gorgeous. This is like me in a tarot deck. It's so hard to describe, but the figures in the deck, like from what I've seen and like the pictures I've seen, the walkthroughs I've seen, it resonated with me right away. Like it just feels like me in a tarot deck. So here's the backs. Really pretty. Like I said, the color is like not, I think because of the lighting right now, you can't, it's definitely more pink in person. This like looks kind of washed out, but it's definitely more like a blush pink, like it says on the box. But it's really pretty with the flowers, the violets. The cardstock is really nice. It's like sort of like a silky matte. It's not like a sticky, it's definitely matte. It has like a little bit of a sheen, like it feels to it, but it's like not sticky at all. It feels like it's gonna be really nice to shuffle. Yeah, it feels really nice in the hand. It has a little bit of a smell, but like not bad. It's not a bad smell at all. But yeah, so let's take a look at this gorgeous, gorgeous deck. Look at that. Look at that Fool. Gosh. I think it's just something about the pink, like this blush pink and this black, like the stark of like the black against it. It's just, there's something different about it than the white. I know that may sound silly, but there's something with this blush pink. I don't know what it is. But this deck is just, it's just gorgeous. I'm like so excited about this. Magician. And I know a lot of people, you know, like balance, you know, in their tarot cards. I totally understand that in terms of the masculine and feminine. And I definitely have decks that do that very well. But I also have a very feminine, goddess-centered spiritual practice. So for someone who uses tarot in conjunction with their spiritual practice, this really speaks to me. And I know a lot of people don't. I know a lot of people separate that part of their lives or use tarot in a totally different way. You know, to each his own. But this, in terms of this being a sort of a female women presenting, you know, facing deck, it definitely speaks to me, and I definitely do like the fact that it is a women-led tarot deck. Oh, look at that. She has fire. Like flames coming out of her hands. The manifestation. The magician. The card of manifestation. And look at that. Flames are just coming. It's, to me, it's, and I've only just started flipping through it, but just the vibe I got is it is like a little witchy. It is kind of like a, to me, it gives off a witchy feel. That might not have been in the intent at all, but to me, it definitely feels a little witchy. Here's the High Priestess. I love her. Like all of her flowing hair. She's got her crown, her moon phases crown. Oh, I love this Empress. I'm like trying to pinpoint what this reminds me of, like what these figures remind me of. Like I said, it feels very witchy. They almost like remind me of Morticia Addams, like, you know, obviously like the long, you know, black dresses, but she's also like very tall and like statuesque. I don't know. There's something about it. It's giving me that Morticia Addams vibe, which is amazing. I love this. The Emperor. Sort of like ram's head. Sort of got that Aries, you know, energy. Very masculine, but still feminine. I just wish the camera was picking up the actual blush color of these cards, because it's not. In person, it's definitely more saturated. It's sort of like washed out. It almost looks, on the camera, to me, it's looking like salmon. It almost looks like a salmon color. It's definitely more pink. It's definitely more pink. Oh my God, look at this. She has like a bee, almost like a beehive haircut. Like, it looks like she has secrets hidden in that hair of hers. She's like hiding lots of knowledge in that hair of hers. Look at that. Lovers. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, look at the Chariot. I love when cards have this sort of like hair, like the hair's like wind swept, it's blowing. I just love that feeling of movement. You know, it doesn't even look like this Chariot is moving, but like you can tell it is just by the way her hair is depicted in the card. I love it. Oh, I love how the lion is just sort of like an outline. I love that. The Hermit. Oh, I like this. The Wheel of Fortune. The moon phases. See, this is what makes it just makes it feel really witchy to me. I identify as a witch, so maybe that's what it is. And cycles of the moon, moon phases, and things like that, that they figure, you know, they figure predominantly in my practice, so maybe that's where that's coming from. But oh, look at Justice. The light and the dark. That balance, heart and mind. It's the Hanged One. Oh God, this Death card. This was one of the cards that sold me, definitely. It's so like gothic. I just love it. It's got that gothic feel. Yep. A Victorian manor. The cliffs. The crashing waves. I don't know. Definitely. I love this. For Temperance. So often we just have that traditional depiction of the water, the cups, the balance, the back and forth of the water, but this is balancing on a high wire. So definitely that balancing act still depicted in the card, but it's a clever way of doing it. And this Devil card, this is like, if this is not like Maleficent, that's her. Look at that. Look at that. Which way? That's like not her. I don't know. And look at this. They're chained. Not only are they chained, but she's dragging them behind her. Tower. Oh, I like this. Star. Reflection. Pretty traditional moon. You got your wild feral dog and your domesticated dog. Oh, I like this. It's always a baby in the sun, but I like this. I like this baby. Oh, I like the Judgment card. Wow. The roots deep in the ground, the reflection. It's the World. I like how some of the cards have like way more black, you know, in them, and like I like that. And so there are definitely extra cards in this deck. Oh, I like this with the stag, the woods. Oh, snowdrop. Okay, so here we've got the wands. Here's your ace of wands. Here's your two. She's holding the world in her hand. I love this. Pretty traditional with your boats. Sort of looking down on your fleet. Oh, I like this sort of smaller. I just love all like the robes, like the black flowing dresses and like black flowing robes. I love it. It's a little gothic, like like this. It's like chopsticks. And I like the Six of Wands. Again, that movement, the flowing mane, the flowing hair. I love it. And there's something about that black on that pink. Sorry, I keep repeating myself, but I'm like super excited about this deck. Oh, I like that. The look on her face. It's like giving me like a little bit of Tim Burton vibes too. That's just what I'm getting from it. That like they're so like tall and like thin. They're sort of like gaunt, like almost some of them. Like, I don't know, they're like definitely melancholy, but then there's like the pink is, it's true. Like the addition of the pink is like a little bit joyful, like hope, like brightness, you know? There's just, it adds that to it. So like while they're melancholy, like I said, sort of there can be joy after that unimaginable grief. That just resonates with me so much. Oh, I love this Page of Wands. Again, I don't know if it's like the perspective. They just look so tall, and like, I just like love the perspective. Again, some of the cards have so much black in them. I kind of like that contrast. Like most of them are pretty balanced, but I like the fact that there's like a lot of black in some of them. Ooh, I like this. The little domestic kitty and the tiger. And the lion. I love all these different hairstyles too. I'm like loving that. All their different like hair. I love it. Oh, this is pretty. Ace of Cups. Again, so much black. I'll have to see. I'm noticing, is it the court cards? Well, I guess not, because this one has a lot of black too. The ace, yeah. Looks like some of the courts have a lot of black, but then now the cups have a lot of black in them as well. Again, with the moon phases. Love it. Lotuses. It's giving me witchy vibes, definitely. I love this. Love the Three of Cups. The full moon. The artwork is so like simple, like simplistic, but it's super impactful. Like for me at least, it's super impactful. Oh. I just love the perspective. That looks like Wednesday Addams. I'm stuck on this Addams Family thing, but they're definitely giving me some Morticia vibes, some of them. Some of them are, you know, pretty traditional. It's definitely a clone, an RWS clone. Most of these are pretty traditional images, but I do love the simple artwork, and again, that feeling of melancholy. but with the pops of pink. Oh, I love this. Look at this. And these little babies. This little fish. Oh, I like this, the knight, like her helmet. She's got this like cool feather coming out of her helm. Love that. Oh, I love the Queen of Cups. This cardstock is really nice. It's like, it's really hard to describe. It's definitely matte, but it's not too thick, but it's like really nice. Ooh, look at that. Piece of sword. She's pretty fierce. Pretty traditional 3 of Swords. It's always disappointing when you don't see like a variation. I kind of like to see like something a little different for the 3 of Swords. This is like the standard. So it's always a little disappointing when you don't see like a different take on the 3 of Swords. Ooh, I like this though. Again, her hair. I love these like flowing hair. Like she almost looks like she's like laying on something, but then she also looks like she's like levitating almost. Ooh, I like this. I feel like you can definitely feel like pain in this deck. Like you can definitely feel that creator went through that pain. Definitely. You can feel that in here. There's grief and there's definitely loss. But there's also strength. I love this Ace. Pentacles. I love the Pentacle suit. Most decks are like my favorite. I'm an earth sign, so I'm typically drawn to this, the very grounded energy of the Pentacles. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like this 4. I like the traditional imagery. I do like it. If it's going to be an RWS clone, you know, the traditional imagery is, you know, it's typical, but it's just prettily beautiful. Again, like this looks like it's cold and blustery because of her. It's such a simple image, but because her hair is blowing, like that use of like that movement, that feeling of movement, you know, that feeling of she's walking alone, she's enduring wind and snow, and you know, she's just feels like she doesn't have anyone. You can definitely feel that, even though it's such a simple image. Now we have the 6. I like this. like the 9. The bird. I feel like we saw this image already. Hold on. I feel like the 10, is it the 10 of Cups? Yeah, it's like very similar. So different family makeup, but it's a very similar card, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Sorry, sidetracked. The Page. I like the Knight. I love these helmets they're wearing. They're very cool. And I like the Queen, the little bunny. I was gonna say, the Page. Oh, you know what? It did say it included. So apparently there was a mistake and they actually included it. It did say it includes the original mistake. So this is supposed to be the Page of Pentacles. This is the Page of Swords that they printed with the Page of Pentacles. I was like, I know I saw this, but I forgot. They did say they included the mistake card in the deck as well. And then they have the actual corrected card. So they left the card that was misprinted, and this is the Page of Pentacles. And then the Knight and the Queen and the King. That makes sense. Yeah, they did say they did that. So that is the Black Violet Tarot Cherry Blossom Edition, and I am super excited to be working with this deck, to have it. It definitely resonates with me on many different levels, so I'm super excited to work with it, and to just start using it in my tarot practice and my spiritual practice. If any of you have this deck and you've been using it, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, just what you feel, how you feel about it. If you have the other edition, the actual black and white edition, like, have you considered getting this one? You know, I would love to hear everyone's thoughts about it, good, bad, just however you're feeling about this. I know I'm super excited, so I hope you enjoyed flipping through with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.